I have to admit, it is now we get to Confidence and Paranoia, but I feel the program first hit a dud moment. It was such a strong run thus far, perhaps it was only inevitable that they would flip, get overconfident perhaps, and deliver something which seemed subpar, lazy, and generally uncreative. I feel as though it is such a trite premise. The idea that Lister's confidence and paranoia would manifest as two separate entities is, while it's a definitionally science fiction idea or science fantasy, whatever, it is such a hackneyed, slightly obvious, and just rather unfunny one. It doesn't seem clever. The existentialism of the end, the comic possibilities of the future echoes, the rank racing between Lister and Rimmer, the idea that Lister accidentally founded a millennia old religion active whilst he was in stasis aboard the ship, to this. I don't want to be too harsh, but I think they could have done better. Now, Red Dwarf is a show that is entertaining intrinsically, and when one is watching the whole series in sequence, weaker episodes do not stand out. One just enjoys the string of storylines featuring these vibrant characters whom we love and enjoy so much. For the first 6 seasons, anyway. It is more when watching them as individual episodes, as an item of a night's entertainment, when their weakness becomes more manifest. If one was to screen a Red Dwarf episode to a friend who was not or less familiar with the show, it would not be this one. I would feel a bit embarrassed to show them this one as an example of this magnificent show. Maybe it is Craig Ferguson's goofy, tacky performance as Lister's confidence, annoying American accent, and multiple forced repeated lines. Maybe because the cast don't seem to be putting all of their usual energy into the role/premise, or at least Charles and Barry. John Jules is very fine as usual. His energy is not restricted by his reactions to the premise. In the end, easily the weakest episode of the first season, and when looking over it, one of the very weakest episodes of the first 6 seasons. One of only maybe 3, which is kind of subpar maybe. Not a terrible episode, but not very good. If I had to rate this out of 10, and I don't like doing this, it feels a bit crude, I'd give it a 4 compared to the 10 I'd be tempted to give the first 2 episodes, an 8 for balance, maybe a 9 for weighting. I don't like doing ratings out of 10 because I'll give 10s and 9s to things I love, even though they might have overt minor flaws in them. So I don't find the system useful in assessing the quality of a work where other observers might be concerned at least. So there's that. Hopefully you filled out the whole sped up episode. I'm accusing these guys of being lazy here, so maybe I ought to not be so with these mediocre uploads of mine.